not again. Hey, thought we were going to go to a place with a training tower, kind of similar to the ones Ehrenfold used in his world. So what the hell is going on here?
Looks like we've been put in a dark place, Nexum lad. We need to see what's up with this place. Though this time, I don't think your dimensional doohickey is the cause of this. Something in this place feels off. Something that's causing a chill in my bones.
I guess you're right. It's a shame Monica isn't with us. She'd love this place. Not to mention, I'd feel a bit better with hearing this spooky... Ehrenfold. Is that what I think it is?
Aye, lad. 'Tis a mansion. I believe that's what it's called. Looks a bit broken down and eerie though. But at least the lights are on. Wonder if anyone's home.
I hope not. This looks like one of those haunted mansions, you know, from the horror films Monica likes to watch. I got a bit of a bad feeling about this place.
Well, since we're here anyway, Nexum lad, may as well go in and see what we can find out about this place. Maybe we can find a way back. I'm gonna take a guess that 'tis Alawak, isn't it, lad?
Yeah, you're right. And something's messing with the interface. But I have to say, even I've got a bad feeling about this. Hey, Ehrenfold, what's going on? This place looks like a mansion on the outside, but as soon as we closed the door, it changed to the strange room. Are you seeing this as well, or is it just me?
Aye, lad, 'tis a bit of a strange one. But this language, I can read it. Something about, oh, my lad, are you ready for this? There's a story about legends in this room.
Legends, you say? What do you mean?
Well, lad, there's tales of a group, or a council of heroes from 5 races. They maintain balance in the multiverse, but they are, makes no sense, lad.
How do you mean?
Well, they're from 5 races. Demons, angels, spirits, elves, and humans.
Wait, humans? But why don't we know about this in our dimensions? We're human after all. But I don't recall anything about a hero of the humans, let alone anything about these 5 protectors of the multiversal balance. What's going on? So, for the hero of humans, I wanted to take the initial design, which was cool, and oddly looked a lot like a Heracross from Pokemon, which is purely coincidental. I wanted to have this armor change a little bit so you could see the human face underneath. After all, it's the hero of humans. Admittedly, for this design, it is just a bit of a random anime-style face that I've dropped in there. I want it to be in a kind of a heroic pose, or a kind of like a braced up, kind of like a tall, towering stance type pose. And I had a lot of fun doing this one. Adding the key elements of the armor design to this pose was quite cool. I took some liberties to make them more sharper blades than almost like a little cylinder insect-like spikes coming out of the shoulders. But all in all, I think the simplicity of this one works really well, and the color scheme. So I hope you like how the hero of humans turned out.
What's the meaning of this?
Calm down, Libra. We need to discuss this. It's only these two have ended up in the room of records about our existence in the multiverse. But how did they end up there? Someone must have granted access to the room. But who? Only one of us could do this. Well, us or... Might I remind you, we are forbidden about talking about them. If you say any more, you know what will happen, don't you? Can you bear the consequences? You sound scared there, hero of elves. What's the matter? Despite being the hero of your race, you seem like you're only brave when you have nothing to lose. Hero of demons, I think you need to watch your filthy mouth. It's already showing how unworthy you are to be a member of the council. You're only here to keep the balance. Does this petty provoking count as your partaking of that? Watch your mouth. You and your kind are nothing but a bunch of cowards. Using tricks and illusions instead of fighting head-on with power and strength. It's a wonder how you ended up on the council. I was chosen for my strength. Enough! We're here to maintain balance in the multiverse, not to bicker about whom is the better here. Besides, we're all equal in power. There isn't any one of us stronger than the other since we became heroes of our races. You both know that. I know, even so, this foul beast's in the council as a hero. But it's a loose term for this one. A hero of his race, maybe, but a hero? Don't make me laugh. We may be equal to maintain balance, but that's just a limit in this place. Enough of this bickering. You two are as immature as children. Just because the heroes of spirit and human are not here, doesn't mean you can continue to give me a massive headache. We have much more important matters at hand. You mean the fact that those two humans somehow found a way to that place? So, he does have a brain after all in there. Insolence! If we weren't tasked to keep the balance, I would kill you right here. Enough! Need I remind you what happened the last time you started to shift the balance? Point taken. But still, the question is who let them into that room? We need to find out if it was a random event and a way in we didn't know about, or if this is something that was done by one of the heroes of our group. Strange how it happened while the hero of humans was away, and the two entering are also human. This is probably one of the more complex designs that I've ever had to draw in this style since switching to it, and for the most part I am really happy with it. I think the glow effects on the wings and the style of the wings and the halo could have been done a little bit better, but I did also want to give a teasing pose for this illustration of Libra Eden, the Angel of Justice. This was partly down to me wanting to draw a pose that I haven't tried before, and I did like the idea of trying something where the kind of like the cloak or the hooded jacket or something was over the, kind of coming over the arms. So I think that came out really well. And I also thought, since Libra has scales and they represent the balance of justice, maybe her personality could have a balance between the sides of good and evil, just to tie things up with the Council of Five. I think we should be cautious of what this one has said. Why you? Calm down. Let me finish, would you? I said we should be cautious as we've no evidence that it was the hero of humans. Despite this, it does look suspicious that it was only humans who gained access to the sealed room in that place. So, what are you saying? As much as I hate to admit, we can't rule out the possibility that what he said is true, although perhaps I can come up with a spell or magical artifact to check for traces of our powers once those humans have gone. There must be something to show who opened the portal, or at least which race opened it. You and your love for spells and trinkets. I say we confront the hero of humans and beat the truth out of them. At least then we can be sure he'll be telling the truth. Seriously, do you hear yourself? If you did that, do you not think about the consequences? Can you handle what will happen once you harm one of the other heroes? Not only could it shift the balance in this place in the multiverse, but more importantly, the only reason we do not is because of them. I know, but considering this affects the multiverse, how do you know they'll intervene? It's only interrogating with force, not like we'll kill him. Well, not till he's served his purpose. While I don't agree or see eye to eye with this vile brute, I do think we should question the hero of humans at least, but maybe there's a better way to handle this. Hero of Elves, what do you have in mind? I would have never guessed that you had this side to you. That's almost as cruel a method as I would use, or one of my race. I'm impressed. Do not lump me in with your kind. This is not as cruel and barbaric as your suggestion to torture your fellow hero. We are not going with your plan, hero of demons, but we will summon back Yupa, the hero of humans, to find out more about this. Fools. Once you bring him back, then the real plan can be put into action. Admittedly, it's quite rare for someone who submits to community redraws to be picked for 2 in a row. However, there are a couple factors for this. One, the design's quite an awesome design, and I just love that and the concept of this kind of like half-elf being the hero of Elves, but also this was the only elf character that was submitted, despite in live streams me mentioning several times that we haven't had an elf character, which is perfect because it means now that I have submissions for all 5 of the races, and we'll find out who are the other 2 in the next video. But I'm getting ahead of myself. I did think the original design was, as I say, it was quite a cool design. It's quite amazing. And I wanted to have the background kind of be simple on these illustrations. I did this illustration as the first one, but even though it's the third part of the story. But I think the contrast with almost like a cover for a poster or an anime or something was quite a cool way of working, with the name of the heroes coming down behind them in the background, a gradient, and then the main focus being a simple illustration of the heroes themselves. This one I think came out amazingly awesome, not only just because of the colours, but I think some of the final processing, some of the stuff actually worked and tied in together really well. But I hope you enjoy how this character turned out. Well, it looks like you guys love demons. I estimate about 70% of the submissions were a demon character for this one. So it's a shame that I can't draw all of them and I can only pick one. However, I will be doing the honorable mentions in the next video, showing the artworks that weren't picked. The reason for this is I don't want to give any spoilers away for part 2 of who was and who wasn't in the final submissions. With that said, make sure you keep an eye out for part 2, which will be dropping next week. It may not be Monday, it may be midweek. However, I think I left it on a good cliffhanger to imply something else is afoot, but not really give any spoilers, which I'm really excited about. As always, it's time to say a special thank you to those who have picked. So we have a D9 Flow with Yupa, the hero of humans. We have Mass Serpent with Libra Eden, the angel of justice, the hero of angels. And we have Drawing with Mr. S with Ruku, the hero of the elves. I had so much fun drawing these characters in my style. I hope you enjoy how they all turn out. But it's the moment you've all been waiting for. Details of the November community redraw. And they are: create a fake mon. Include a headshot and a body shot. The name, abilities, and the type for the fake mon. Also include a little bit of background information. Deadline is the 15th of November. Send your submissions to redraws@DempseyJ-illustrations.co.uk or add it to the submissions channel on the Discord. Links will be in the description of the video. And with that said, I look forward to seeing what you all come up with. If you want more of the community redraws, you can check them out here.